Okay, it is 2:31. We are going to get started. My name is Councilman Bill Henry. I'm a member of the Budget Committee representing the 4th District. I am reconvening budget hearings on the Board of Municipal and Zoning Appeals. We are joined here on the call by Councilwoman Sneed. Trying to see who else. Councilman Schleifer. And Councilman Pinkett, Vice Chair of the committee. Actually, Councilman Pinkett, Vice Chair of the committee. Councilman Pinkett, do you want to? Okay, all right. So in that case, we're going to get started with Mr. Derek Baumgartner, Executive Secretary to the Board of Municipal and Zoning Appeals. Mr. Baumgartner, I would encourage you to proceed with your presentation, not looking directly at Councilman Schleifer on the grid, because I've noticed his image has a tendency to rotate, and that cause nausea or some other kinds of discomfort. Okay. Turning it over to Mr. Baumgartner.
Thank you, Councilman Henry. Can everyone hear me okay? I'm using a council services laptop and setup. I just want to make sure that I'm being heard by everyone. Good afternoon, council members. My name is Derek Baumgartner, Executive Director of the BMZA. I have a brief slide that is in front of your screen right now. Our priority outcome are clean and healthy communities. Our fiscal recommended budget shows a marked decrease from last year at $577,288. This proposed budget reflects a reduction in staff members by 1. The board typically has 5 full-time employees due to COVID-19 and the reduction in budgeting for that purpose. We had 1 position that was currently vacant that was defunded. So that is shown in that fiscal 21 recommended budget. So the board has 4 full-time staff members and 5 part-time board members. Board members are paid a very small stipend. As many of you are aware, the BMZA is a quasi-judicial board that hears different types of appeals from different city agencies. The majority of our appeals are land use or zoning appeals, and they run the gamut from small-scale construction to very large development, including uses of properties for different businesses and for different residential purposes. We're currently operating at a current level of service similar to last year. There were a number of technological matters or issues that we were going to hopefully try to fix in the next fiscal year. Current budget difficulties have prevented those, but we are operating at the same current level of service that we were operating with last year as well. Just very briefly, in terms of our performance measures, BMZA has always struggled to find good performance measures. We operate similar to a court that is a neutral body that hears appeals, so it's sometimes hard to come up with good performance measures to really understand if we're doing our job efficiently or not. The 2 that I have posted here are the number of zoning and municipal appeals heard. So over the course of last year's actuals, we have about 783 appeals heard. We have it as a target as 1,000 every year. And then for the effectiveness of the agency, we have the number of days from the public hearing to the actual written decision. So every appeal that is heard generates a written decision of the board's decision on that particular case. The faster we can get those out, whether they're approvals or denials, the faster the folks can either appeal our decisions or can either move forward with their projects or come up with some other plan if the application is denied. So that number is a decent parameter to use to judge our effectiveness, because it's basically how fast can we get out decisions after they have been rendered. Other than that, I'm certainly happy to answer any questions that the council might have about our service, our performance measures, or any other issue that you all might have.
Okay, thank you. Let me see if any of my colleagues have any questions. I will take the chair's preferred method and just go through the people on the grid, starting with Vice Chair Pinkett. Did you have any questions? Okay. Councilwoman Sneed? Nope. Councilman Costello is out of chambers. Councilman Burnett, do you have any questions? All right, we wait for a 5 count. We got nothing. And then last but not least, Councilman Schleifer, did you have any questions for the BMZA?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Then let me look and see what we have in the chat. Having trouble. There we go. Doesn't look like I'm seeing any questions in the Q&A from anyone who is not a panelist. So unless there are any objections from my colleagues, I'm inclined to let the BMZA go and recess this hearing. I believe technically we're recessing budget and appropriations until this evening. 5:30 is at DPW? Yeah, so we're going to recess these budget hearings until 5:30 when we'll resume with the Department of Public Works. For any members of the council who are on the call who are also on the Housing and Urban Affairs Committee, that committee will be meeting in the interim, I believe, at 3:30, 3:15. Okay, so this hearing of the Budget and Appropriations Committee is in recess
Well, Councilman,
until
can I ask you a quick
5:30.
question?
Thank you very much.
Councilman, is it this link for the next hearing?
No, it'll be a different link for the. Wait, no. When you say the next hearing, do you mean
the housing hearing?
Pardon?
The housing hearing, is it going to be on this link or is it a different
Yeah,
link?
the housing hearing has its own link.
Okay, I'll try to find it.
Have you opened it yet? It'll be open in 5 minutes.
It'll be open in 5 minutes. Richard is opening it now.
Okay, and it's at 3:30.
And it's at 3:30.
Okay, thank you.
Or you can 3:15.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, everybody.